After 60, your body craves these 5 nutrients. Don't age without them. As we step into our 60s, our bodies undergo a series of changes that require special attention to keep us healthy and feeling our best. But what if there's a secret to not just surviving, but thriving in this new chapter of life? What if there are certain nutrients that can help us feel more like our younger selves? Well, there is, and these nutrients are essential for anyone over 60. Calcium is one of the most important minerals for maintaining strong bones and teeth. However, it is also a nutrient that many people do not get enough of in their daily diet. According to the National Institutes of Health, adults over the age of 50 should be consuming 1,200 mg of calcium per day. Unfortunately, studies have shown that only about 30% of adults over the age of 50 meet this recommendation. This can lead to a number of health problems, including osteoporosis, which is a condition that makes bones weak and brittle. Fortunately, there are a number of foods that are high in calcium that can help people over 60 get the calcium they need. One of the best sources of calcium is dairy products such as milk, yogurt, and cheese. Just 1 cup of milk provides approximately 30% of the recommended daily intake of calcium. Other excellent sources of calcium include canned fish with bones, such as sardines and salmon, as well as tofu and leafy green vegetables such as kale and broccoli. In addition to eating a balanced diet that includes foods high in calcium, there are a few other things that people over 60 can do to ensure they are getting enough of this important mineral. First, it is important to avoid alcohol and caffeine consumption, as these can interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium. Second, people over 60 should consider taking a calcium supplement, especially if they are not able to get enough calcium from their diet alone. When choosing a supplement, it is important to look for one that contains at least 30% of the daily value of calcium per serving. Finally, it is important to talk to your doctor about your calcium intake and any potential risks or concerns. With proper planning and care, people over 60 can ensure they are getting the calcium they need to maintain strong bones and teeth. As we age, our bodies need a good amount of vitamin D to stay healthy and strong. But did you know that most of us don't get enough of it? That's right. According to the National Institutes of Health, only about 25% of adults aged 60 and over consume enough vitamin D. And that's a big problem because vitamin D helps our bodies absorb calcium, which is essential for strong bones and teeth. It also boosts our immune system and reduces inflammation. Plus, it may even reduce the risk of certain types of cancer and dementia. But how do we get enough of this important nutrient? Well, our bodies produce vitamin D when our skin is exposed to sunlight. So spending some time outdoors can be a great way to boost our levels. But it's important to be careful and not overdo it. Too much sun exposure can increase the risk of skin cancer. So it's important to protect your skin by wearing sunscreen, hats, and protective clothing when necessary. In addition to getting enough sunlight, it's also important to eat foods that are high in vitamin D. Some foods, such as fatty fish, such as salmon and tuna, as well as eggs and beef liver, are natural sources of vitamin D. But many of us don't eat enough of these foods. That's why many experts recommend taking a vitamin D supplement, especially if you live in a place where you can't get enough sunlight or if you have darker skin, which makes it harder for your body to produce vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. Before starting any new supplement, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor. They can help you determine how much vitamin D you need and what the best type of supplement is for you. So make sure to chat with your doctor and get the vitamin D you need to stay healthy and happy in your golden years. As we age, our bodies need a steady supply of vitamin B12 to function properly. This essential nutrient helps with the production of red blood cells and keeps our nervous system functioning smoothly. But here's the catch. Our bodies cannot produce vitamin B12 on their own, meaning we must obtain it through our diets. Unfortunately, many of us are not getting enough. In fact, studies show that nearly 20% of adults aged 60 and older are deficient in vitamin B12. So what are the signs of a deficiency? You might feel tired or weak, have pale skin, or a tingling sensation in your hands and feet. A deficiency can also lead to mood changes, including depression and dementia. Speaking of supplements, did you know that some medications such as metformin used to treat type 2 diabetes can actually reduce the absorption of vitamin B12? That's why it's important to talk to your doctor about any medications you're taking and how they may affect your nutrient absorption. By being aware of these potential interactions and making smart food choices, you can ensure you're getting the vitamin B12 you need to stay healthy and active as you age. Protein is an essential part of a healthy diet for everyone, but it is especially important for those over 60. As we age, our bodies lose muscle mass and strength, and a good protein intake can help maintain and even increase muscle mass, which can improve balance and reduce the risk of falls. Protein is also important for wound healing, immune function, and hormone production. But how much protein do we need? The recommended daily allowance for adults over 60 is 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. This can vary depending on individual needs, such as those with certain medical conditions or who are recovering from surgery. Eating a diet that is rich in protein can help meet these needs. Good sources of protein include lean meats, poultry, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, and Greek yogurt. It is important to spread out protein intake throughout the day and to choose lean sources of protein to reduce the risk of heart disease. In some cases, older adults may have difficulty meeting their protein needs through diet alone. This can be due to factors such as loss of appetite, difficulty chewing or swallowing, or a lack of access to nutritious foods. In these cases, a protein supplement may be helpful. It is important to talk to your doctor before starting any supplement to ensure it is safe and appropriate for you. Overall, getting enough protein is essential for maintaining good health and well-being as we age. By following the recommended guidelines and being mindful of our protein intake, we can help ensure that we are getting the protein we need to stay strong and healthy. As we enter our golden years, our bodies crave omega-3 fatty acids, which play a vital role in maintaining brain health, reducing inflammation, and supporting heart health. But here's the catch. Our bodies cannot produce these essential fats on their own, meaning we must obtain them through our diets. The good news is that there are plenty of delicious and nutritious foods that are packed with omega-3s. Fatty fish such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines are some of the best sources of omega-3s, and the American Heart Association recommends eating at least 2 servings of fish per week. For those who do not eat fish, there are still plenty of options to get omega-3s. Walnuts, chia seeds, and flax seeds are all excellent plant-based sources of these healthy fats. Additionally, certain types of tofu and tempeh are also rich in omega-3s. But what if we are not getting enough omega-3s through our diets? Omega-3 supplements may be a helpful option. Fish oil and krill oil are popular supplements that are high in omega-3s. However, it is important to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement to ensure it is safe and appropriate for you. By incorporating more omega-3 rich foods into our diets and talking to our doctors about supplementation, we can ensure that we are meeting our omega-3 needs and supporting our overall health and well-being in our later years. Don't let age define you. Stay strong, stay active, and embrace each new chapter with these essential nutrients. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your loved ones. Together, we can age gracefully and embrace the golden years of our lives.